So what is relationship counseling? We're going to be talking about that today.
Relationship counseling.
Okay, so for me, I believe that to date anybody, you should be thinking about marriage. I personally do not think that if you are not ready to get married, you have no business dating anybody.
Absolutely.
Everybody should be your friend.
Yes.
So the minute you decide, you know what, I want to get married, I'm ready to settle down, you must go for counseling. In fact, it is expected that while you've been a single person, you've been listening to relationship teachings, you've been listening to marriage teachings, you've been getting set, because there's some basic things that you need to know before you even say you want to ask somebody out. Because if you do not know, you'll find that you will spend a lot of time, probably even have a few proposals that were not accepted before you eventually end up with someone. And if you're not careful, you might end up with someone who's too desperate to know what's good for her or him, and then you guys end up together. So for me, the first step is to even know yourself and know that this is what I want, and then you can now go for it. So once you see someone that you think is the person for you, I think the first thing to do after that is to go for counseling.
Get help immediately. Get into school. The moment you notice that you're lying, or you want to be a scholar, you want to be a graduate, I believe that the next thing you do is you register for UME, right? Nigerians, yeah. Outside the country, you register for some sort of exams that get you entrance into the school that now gives you the certificate for an undergraduate or for a BSc holder, as the case may be. So the moment that you feel, hey, I'm going to go on this journey of marriage, I found someone that I'm going to be on this journey with, get counseling to start understanding each other and to be able to know whether it is a go or it is not a go. Otherwise, you make a mess of it. And I completely agree with what you said about the fact that you should be ready before you even get into any relationship. What did you get into any relationships anyway if you are not ready to get married to the person? I mean, you could as well just be a friend with the person. A lot of us have messed up great relationships, messed up great friendships, as I want to say, by turning them or prematurely turning them to relationships. You cannot be in a relationship with everybody. You can only marry one person. I mean, the Bible says He has created them in twos. You can only marry one person. So be friends with everybody. When it is time, it is time for you to get married, or at least as Christians, the Holy Spirit has impressed on your mind to get married, then you can say, hey, I want to choose someone to date, and then you get counseling immediately.
So one of the reasons why I believe premarital counseling is very helpful is that it saves you time.
Yeah.
The time that you would use to pour into a relationship that would eventually not work out, it would have saved you that much time, and heartache and money spent and baggage collected and shared. All of that would have been cut out of the mix. Yes, because a major part of premarital counseling is to see if the both of you are good to go. If you're not good to go, within 3 months of counseling, you know. In fact, within 2 months plus that. So it would have really saved you a lot of time, save you money, save you stress, headache, and all of that. So premarital counseling is good. Another reason that premarital counseling is to enable you meet someone else who is not in love per se. So that person can look at a situation with a completely different eye.
The person is unbiased. No love is blind with the person.
Not at all.
The person is neutral.
Person is neutral. The person is seeing beyond, and the person has a bit of experience as well. So maybe from previous relationships or even previous counseling sessions, the person can tell you some certain things that you would never have thought about. So I think premarital counseling is underrated and should be something that young people should begin to look at and take very, very seriously.
Seriously, yeah. That's just one of the benefits of premarital counseling. Another benefit I would like to talk about is the fact that it helps you It helps you to be able to make clear decisions, and it's kind of like what my wife talked about, because you have a neutral person that can tell you, hey, that thing that you're looking at, that you're thinking is an orange flag, it's not an orange flag, it's a red flag. So you feel that it's no big deal because you are so in love, butterflies everywhere. But that person helps you to clear your head to say, hey, if he's behaving like that, he's going to get worse. You are not going to change him. You are not Holy Spirit. You will not change him. You are not God. Helps you make a clear decision. It helps you have home bias perspective. So if you are a sanguine, and you're just happy go lucky, you see beauty in everything, it helps you to be able to look at the whole thing with a bit of a male. Like, okay, are the details, are they speaking anything different from what I'm seeing in poetry? You understand? It helps you to have a clear perspective. It also helps you to avoid making a mess of the relationship. So there are a lot of people that had something that looked really great, had a lot of potentials. The two of them look like they're gonna match together, but one thing happened, two things happened. They've started kissing, they've started hugging, they've started smooching. Before they know, the guy's high is cleared, the man's high is cleared. He's not so geared or interested again. Then you start looking or begging for his attention, and then from there he's like, he's not calling me. She's saying he's not calling me. He's saying she's nagging, and then before you know, you guys make a mess of something that would have been good, and eventually you abort something that would have been a beautiful baby. another benefit of premarital counseling is to avoid dating lots of people. Maybe you might want to talk about that.
Yes. One of the things I find very funny is that a lot of times when guys come and say to me that they propose to a number of girls but they've been getting rejections, I know that it's because they don't even know what they want.
Yeah,
that's the reason why. So when you don't know what you want, you most likely choose the wrong person. You understand? But the truth is, when you go for premarital counseling, you don't have to pass through all of that. The experience, the teaching, the understanding that you get helps you streamline your choices, helps you streamline what do I really want, helps you know what, not just what you want, what you need, because what you want is different from what you need. You might want someone with a figure eight shape, but is that what you need? So you need information. You need information, and that information is something that you will get in premarital counseling. So never ever underestimate what it can do for you. It can save you time, it can save you stress, it can save you even baggage, because the truth is, a lot of us come with baggage right from our home where we were children. A lot of us have baggage, upbringing, parental attitudes, temperament, experiences that we've had in the past. But premarital counseling has a way of highlighting those things and making you understand how they affect your kind of person, how they affect the relationships that you might have, your communication, and all of that. So you now understand how you can use that as either a strength, or can downplay it if it's a weakness. So premarital counseling gives you all of that information, which you would typically not get if you do not avert your mind to premarital counseling.
Yeah, ladies, it helps you avoid body counts. Premarital counseling helps that much. The moment someone says, hey, I like the way you smile, hey, I'm interested in you, just tell the person, fine, beautiful. If you have, I want us to commit to a journey, a 1 month, 2 month, 3 months journey of counseling. Let's even understand what we're talking about. Let's know what you really want. If you cannot face him directly and ask him at that point that, do you want to marry me? What date? It will be asked him during premarital counseling. You understand his temperament during premarital counseling. You understand yours also, how you match. You'll be able to find out details about what blood group, what this, what that. You'll be able to know issues ahead and be able to know, hey, we're not working, we're not going to work. So there's no point you investing your time doing midnight calls or long calls and having the mushy feelings. Then you're already neck deep before you now find out things that are major issues that will never allow
That
you
deal
to
breakers.
you understand deal breakers. Yes, thank you. So it helps you avoid body counts. It helps you get your head straight and not get muddled up in a whole lot of things. Now, talking about personal examples, personally, the moment we found ourselves, myself and my wife, I found my wife back then in Unilag, and we had to go to service immediately. During service here, I knew by then that, hey, she's going to most likely be the one I'll get married to, because she seems like the only lady that God has sent my way then who had her head straightened up, and even straightened my head up. The next thing I did is look for someone around me. I didn't know anything about premarital counseling then, but I knew a pastor that had a good home, and I told him, hey, I'm coming with a lady. I want you to give us one or two advice about marriage. He talked some sense into us. Yes, it was just a few hours, maybe 2 hours max or so, but it was remarkable for me. And I'm sure it was remarkable to her also, because yes, you could tell that, hey, this guy really has something up there. This guy really has something for the future for me.
Yeah, he has a plan.
Do you understand?
He has me in his future.
That's the kind of thing that I expect our young men nowadays to think of. The moment you think of someone, the moment you see that the person has started gelling, you can tell.
Submit to someone for counseling.
For counseling, straight.
We don't know it all.
You know. The moment she starts gelling, you know. The moment she starts telling you, hey, the Holy Spirit told her about you, you know that this most likely going to be it. So don't muddle it up. Don't get to the point where your feelings take charge and then you start fighting temptations. No. Get counseling immediately. Let someone start watching you guys, monitoring you guys, asking you guys questions, taking you accountable for your decisions and your actions. And it will be beautiful eventually. There are tons of people, from my experience, right? My experience with people, most people that don't go for premarital counseling
usually end up in a marriage crisis.
Yeah.
Or they don't even get married eventually. After maybe a long courtship.
A good number of them don't get there.
While some who have struggled with their relationship and gotten some counsel, eventually able to make it into a strong marriage.
Beautiful. So like we have said, it's underrated, and you need to start making conscious effort about it, making plans about it right now. That the moment any guy shows up and talk to you about marriage, the next thing I'm going to mention to him is let's start counseling. And the moment you start seeing that girl has started gelling for you and the things they have said, you should tell her that you need to go for counseling. It will help you. It will make a whole lot of difference in your matrimony. Thank you guys for
Thank you.
We're hoping that this has been helpful.
Yes, we hope so.
Yeah. God bless you.
Bye.
Bye.